Welcome everyone to Humanity's Destiny, our our journey into the human future. And this is our 10th class of the winter 2025 semester. Great. Please make sure you get your names on board. Over there, the pen is on your left. It's just on your left over there, okay? You see, right on the side of the board? Exactly. Excellent. So today we are going to continue with visionaries and people who matter as well in the future. And I have something to tell you about a really important event next week that I may have touched on last week, but I want to tell you more about it um, to make sure that you're aware and perhaps even come to the event. And we shall see if today we have a chance to begin to touch on space exploration, but we're really going to start in the next weeks, beginning to understand something about the human desire to go into space, and as well what we are beginning to discover now that we have become the first spacefaring species on planet Earth. No other creature, no other living thing, nothing on planet Earth has actually gone into space the way we have. Excellent. Come on in. So let's see, in terms of who is here on board. Oh, good. Kiki's here. And I see Ibrahim, Jacob Woodward, Tharson, Jack, Ashwin, Harris, and more are putting their names up there. Kiki has just come in as well. So now that I've seen Kiki, she reminds me of notes, but she did the notes last week, right?
I did.
Okay, so maybe we'll get somebody else to do them, unless you would like to do them. Yeah. Okay. The notes are good, and I know that you can be trusted to get things down and well written, and so okay, great. Okay, so Kiki's going to do the notes, and we're going to have a little bit more detail for her today, but she's getting a good hang of all of the notes. And then I see down here in the Cosmos, I'm looking at Shazay, Melissa, Zubir, and I am going to just say one final time with Kruti Kumari. I put a note in there in the live chat, so I'm just going to say, Kruti Kumari, that as far as I'm concerned, you're not in the class, and you will not receive participation marks unless I'm wrong. But I've put the note in the live chat. I've said this, so I don't know what more I can say. I want to be fair to students, but sometimes I do find that students join the class online, but they essentially just ghost the class. And then I'm left struggling with how to mark these students. Anyways, I'm going to try and give some more feedback today, general feedback as well, to all of you from the 9th discussion posts. I have some to read out loud. And Julian, is Julian with us today? Julian Supers? Julian? Yeah, good question. Discussion board 9. Excellent. Great. Kiki's over there. Well, now I have a little interesting thing we can try, Kiki. I did this in my morning class. We had the student doing the notes take his laptop, turn it on, put the camera on him, the microphone, and I was able to then go back and forth nicely and see that student. So why not? What do you think? Go ahead. Just open your laptop, join the class, and we'll open up a student camera window here, and I'm going to continue doing my workaround in this class because I can't use these cameras overhead. I'm actually liking this workaround, bringing the students' cameras in now more. So Kiki's going to join the class, and I'll be able to go over there, and we're all good. So any questions? How's everybody doing today? Good? Anything that you'd like to bring to the class's attention? Anything on your mind about just generally our future? Perhaps even talk a bit about current events and how they may relate to our future. We talked about that last week, but we did a big thing on that. Now we're just going to just do a little few minutes and then we'll move on to the main content. But anything, last week we spent a good chunk of time talking about the hurricane in Jamaica and climate change, but then there were students who posted on the discussion post as well, including some of the asynchronous students, that they thought the war in the Middle East or the continuing war in the Middle East was more important, and in some ways they're not wrong. That is a really critical dilemma for humanity in terms of how we're going to deal with war going into the future. But I have a thought for you on that that's kind of hopeful about war and humanity. But before I do that, let me just see if there's anything here. And I see Kiki still joining, so we'll see her pop in up there vertically. But then you can see what really matters is in the top left-hand corner of the screen, you see the YouTube live stream going. That's the recording in high definition. The vertical windows in the video conference become horizontal in the final recording, which is what I have developed with our video conference. This system is not Zoom. This is a Canadian video conference system that I've been building with a company in Waterloo. So we actually are creating our own tech here too. And that's something that I want to talk about a bit today. Yeah. What is the IP? You should be able to do it by going to DC Connect and just connecting from, the announcement. That then you won't need anything. Just go in and you should have no trouble. So I would like to tell you first, here comes Noah number 2. Come on in, Noah. I would like to tell you something about war that I've been reading about lately around the human future. I was thinking about that because of what students said around the continuing wars and the long history of war in the Middle East, particularly around the city of Jerusalem and the claims that the 3 great monotheistic religions make on that city. It is a holy city, a sacred site, as we know, for Jews, Christians, and Muslims. And if you remove economic conflicts in the world and you just stick to the religions and these 3 religions, then you might understand a little bit more why it seems like there's never-ending war there. However, I have something kind of optimistic to tell you from my readings that I've been doing in the last week. Let me just see first if, oh, look, there she is. Kiki's here. So watch, just turn the camera. What you're going to see now, everybody, is I go over to her. There's Kiki. So just turn the camera over to the smartboard, okay? And then we're going to position it so that we can go exactly. And then let's see how Kiki's microphone is working for the online Cosmos. So I'm going to chat with Kiki for a little bit. And for those in the Cosmos, just put into the live chat, yes, I can hear Kiki clearly, okay? And then we're good. So Kiki, unless you don't have anything you want to tell us, just start reading the names there so we can do an audio check.
Lauren Appleby's obviously there. Ibrahim, Jacob, Larson, Jack, Ashwin, Harris, Julian, Masoom, Hamza, me.
Okay, so is that echoey, Melissa? Who's echoey? Me or her? Oh, that's fine. Okay, so let's try, instead of talking to the screen, Kiki, talk to your laptop, okay? And then I'll talk to you. So how's it going?
It's going all right. Do I need to get closer to the laptop for people to hear, I guess?
How's she sounding, guys, in the Cosmos? Somebody in the live chat, tell us. Can you hear her clearly? Great. Okay. And you can still hear me. You can still hear me clearly because I can go back and forth and I can toggle back and forth like this and it'll look more like television, which is what I would like it to look like. So do you know what this is really going to be kind of like? How many of you watch late night comedy talk shows and, Stephen Colbert and a few other people? Do you ever watch late night comedy or
Only when Depeche Mode is performing on it.
I grew up with, David Letterman. Does that name ring a bell? David, that goes way back. Well, there's a format in these shows where the host kind of comes out and talks, and then he has a band that's playing on the side. And sometimes the host talks to the band, and we cut over to the band, and they have a chat back to the. So that's kind of like what I'm doing now. I'm going to talk to Kiki, and she's running the band right now. Okay, but that'll work. I think quite well. Okay, we can go back and forth, and okay, good. So let me just bring this in, and we'll just keep the International Space Station live up there, so we kind of know where we are right now, live over Bolivia. It's looking like at the moment. So I just want to tell you one thing about war from my readings, and then I'm going to get to the main part of today's class. Okay. I'm always doing a lot of thinking when I am away from the classroom. I have a big library at home and a wife that loves to talk about the world too, and she's very creative and innovative and has her own life, and we do a lot of talking about things. And anyways, in my readings last days, a thought came up, and the thought was war historically has always been a normal part of human existence. In whatever society you would go to, in whatever part of the planet, whatever civilization, we would see conflict, we would see war, some more savage than others. But if you had grown up in any society 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, war would just be normal. And people would talk about how terrible it was and how destructive it was. But nobody ever really tried to do anything about it. Then there would just be another war, and somebody would invade somebody else. And then everybody would be sad, and everybody would be mourning the loss of things, and then the wars would just go on. And it seemed like war was just a normal, accepted, inevitable, timeless part. No, not now. War is now being seen increasingly as an aberration, as increasingly implausible in the human story, that whenever war breaks out somewhere and it's very destructive, everybody knows about it. It's all being broadcast live. The carnage is terrible. And people are beginning to say that war should not be happening and really mean it. As in, maybe as we go forwards in the human future, war will be seen as increasingly implausible and stupid because we see so much and know so much. I thought that was a really, really powerful thought. Now, I said to my wife, we were talking, is it possible? Is it really, really possible that as we go forwards into the future in the next 100, 200, 300 years, that human societies will increasingly see war as something so backward and so destructive and so useless, and that humanity will get so sick of talking about how horrible war is that finally there will be less of it? I thought that was powerful. Now, am I naive in asking that question? The person who wrote about this, I can't remember exactly, I had so many books I was reading, is that person also naive, too, in saying that these wars that we see around us, that we hate so much, are increasingly being seen as implausible and dumb, as opposed to inevitable and normal? What do you think? Let's start with the gentleman at the back, who I know their minds are working, but they tend to their heads tend to get into another space and they disappear. So I have to kind of rope them in. I have to bring them into the class, okay? Hamza, what did I just ask? What did I just ask you to answer to? Smart Hamza. I know these guys are writing some good things, and I'm pretty sure they're not using AI. I have a sense, particularly with Harris. And the others, yes, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because I feel they're good, But believe me, I got a huge epidemic of AI abuse in other classes. So, Hamza, what did I just ask?
Oh, you asked about the Jamaican war. You asking us to answer something. You're asking us about the Jamaican war.
Is it okay? Good. I'm just putting it out there for all of you. I suspect that every single one of you, if I really asked you, including in the cosmos and in the solar system, the asynchronicity, everybody would say war is normal. It's just going to go on. It always has been there. It always will be there. And that's just the waste. And so many people benefited from economically, the international, trade in weapons is so powerful, corporation, all of these things. But this question is war increasingly being seen as implausible part of the human story? That it doesn't really do anything for humanity. And we now know it's so destructive. So what will we do? Here's the big question, too. What would we do if there were no wars? Most of us can't even answer that because their imagination can't get beyond the idea that war is an inevitable part of the human story. So how about in the cosmos? Anybody want to, chime in, and maybe we'll plug into Noah number 2's brain. This guy's got a brain, and he comes to the class, he's not even signed up for it. So something's going on in that head between his ears. Noah number 2, what do you think about this thought that war could become something of the past?
I don't think it will become something of the past. You mentioned that people are increasingly speaking on war being a bad thing. The way I see it is that it's just been the boom of social media and people being able to have their opinions spread across the world.
Yes.
I think amongst political leaders and higher ups in society that they are still going to have that traditional sense of greed and power abuse. If you look at Russia, who's invading Ukraine because they want better land, Russia's a barren wasteland. Not just in Russia, but Ukraine has really good agriculture, I believe, so Russia wants to try and
great. It's like the prairies in Canada, Ukraine. The agriculture there is great.
And that's been going on almost 4 years now, and nothing has come out of it. But I'm sure that before that war started, there was an attempt to do a trade offer, which probably wouldn't have done anything. So I think that war is just an embodiment of people not wanting to get along and refusing to see other options, or as a dire last seen after. But going forward in the future, I think that a lot of countries are sustainable on their own terms now. We've gotten a lot of trade networks set up around the world, but I think that lower income countries will still fight to that.
Okay, well, thanks for your answer, okay? I want to go to Ibrahim, too, because he's always plugged in. He's concentrating, he asks good questions. I just want to tell you something first, okay, before I ask. You say that war will continue because we can't always get along. It's true, but I'm going to tell you about an incident that happened in 1989 that was absolutely unexpected, but very important for the world. In 1989, a lot of important things happened politically in the world in terms of in Berlin, the wall came down, the Soviet Union ended as an empire, but something else happened. The Pope at the time, the Catholic Pope in Rome, the representative of all the Roman Catholics, the largest denomination of Christians in the world, that's Roman Catholicism. Okay? Christianity has a whole bunch of denominations, but the Roman Catholics is the big ones. And they came out of the Roman Empire, and they're huge. And they have the Vatican City, and the Pope went down to the synagogue in Rome with the world's media, 1989, and he said, I'd like the world to see me shaking the chief rabbi's hand in Rome. In other words, the Christian world and the Jewish world shook hands.
Hmm.
Now, I'm not going to get into too much history here. I teach this, but I do want to say that the poisonous and toxic anti-Semitic trope that Jesus was killed by Jews has been perpetrated by the Roman Catholic Church for centuries and centuries. And sometimes the Muslim world piles on with that too and says the Jews killed Jesus. But then the
was a
Muslim world,
Jew.
they hate Jesus too, to some extent. Now, my point is this, without getting too political and everything around the religions. These three religions, Judaism and Christianity and Islam, are the three dominant world faiths that believe in one God. Not the Hindus, not the Buddhists and others, just these three. And they come in that line, starting with Jews, then came Jesus, then came Muhammad. And you have these three. The bitterness over centuries between the Christian and the Jew has been immense. And I don't tell you about what's been happening in the Middle East for you to understand that the war there has not just been an economic one in Gaza. There's also a religious dimension. The Muslim world and the Jewish world have a very difficult time. The Christian world and the Jewish world seem to have come together and buried old grievances. And the Pope said in his meeting with the rabbi, I will now say to you publicly, the Pope said it took him 2,000 years, you did not kill Jesus. I'm your friend. We're brothers we're from the same family. We all believe. But that hasn't happened yet with the Jewish world and the Muslim world.
Or really the
That's a
Muslim
problem.
world and the Christian world either.
Well, at least the Catholic world. At least the Catholic world. But it's a sign of some progress, Noah, that you have this Pope who goes down and they shake hands and they say, let's move on together and, in a way, bury the hatchet, so to speak. It's a sign of some progress, some. Maybe we'll see that going forward in other religions too. But anyways, for him, I just wanted to mention that. And then is there something you want to say about this idea of war becoming kind of dumb?
Sometimes people just want to fight.
Well, then what do we do?
Nothing.
What can the humans
If they
do?
want to stop war, they got to control war. In my opinion.
How can we stop talking about how much we hate war and actually stop it? It seems like everybody, unless you're perversely violent and you like to be violent and you like to kill, and there are humans like that, they're very violent, but if we're going to continue to go forwards complaining about its cost, then we have to do something about it. This was the point that was made among the readings, that maybe going forward, we're going to see some shift, a real shift in the way that humans perceive war on a much more universal level. Maybe. Okay? So that's my long way of saying something to you today about our main class, our main topic today. I'm going to put space exploration sort of aside. Maybe I'll touch on it at the end, but definitely we'll jump into it next week. I want to come back to this idea of visionaries. And I think that it's been really helpful in this class to be identifying different visionaries, people that we think are really looking ahead into the future in exciting ways. And so I'd like to tell you about an event next week that's happening here, okay? And did I tell you about this event during Global Entrepreneur Week, which is next week? Global Entrepreneur Week is, okay, well then, here's what I'm going to offer all of you, okay? This is called a class page. And it's a class page on the Global Classroom website. We actually have a website here of the Rotary Global Classroom, and this is the landing page of it. It's over Oh, I have it teed up. But anyways, this page is on the website. And normally what we do when we have big events in this room is we make a class page that everybody can access. And I'm going to read you this class page because you're going to have a chance to join this event next week and register for it. And you could come and sit here live and meet with 4 of the most interesting Durham College graduates who've graduated and are all starting up their own initiatives and succeeding. But let me read you about them. We're having a big DC Talks event here next Wednesday morning. And I'm going to give you an option, okay, in terms of coming to this event live and doing your second assignment on this. So listen closely, okay, because this is a chance for you to meet some young visionaries who are doing really well in their fields. But I'm going to post this for those of you in the Cosmos right now. Just wait for a moment. And here's the link. Go ahead right now in the Cosmos and click on that link and start scrolling through that page, okay? So Karen D, Melissa, just confirm to me in the live chat that you have accessed the page and you're scrolling. And then I know you're with us because I'm going to read this out loud. So make sure, excellent, okay. So just listen as I read this to you. This is an event next week happening here live, including there's a guest joining us from Hawaii as well, okay, on the big board. Next Wednesday morning, November the 19th, starting at 10:30 a.m. in this room. Going to be a lot of people here, including my global leader students, but I'm introducing this to all of my students in all of my classes. Join us on November the 19th for the next DC Talks Alumni Series event, featuring a panel of 5 Durham College graduates who have found success starting their own business. Moderators Ariel Stelly and Christina Italia will lead a conversation about the challenges and rewards of entrepreneurship. These innovators share one thing in common. They leverage their DC education to turn bold ideas into thriving ventures. Here's Ariel right here. She's the Associate Vice President of Advancement and Alumni Relations. And here's Christina Italia. She's the Executive Dean of the Faculty of Business and Information Technology, Faculty of Media, Art and Design. She will be here. I will be co-hosting it with them. And then there's our president who will be here. And then I'm going to read you about the guests. These are the real people that are very interesting. Okay, so I'll just carry on because you are welcome to come to this live. And if you choose to, I'm going to design a second assignment for you around this because I feel it's so important for you to reflect on this. Okay? This special event celebrates the entrepreneurial spirit that thrives beyond the classroom and the lasting connections between education, business, and community. During this event, the DC Alumni Association, DCAA, will also be launching the Alumni Entrepreneur Toolkit, a collection of resources for graduates to tap into to support their business growth, including hiring opportunities, exclusive partnerships, and savings on small business insurance. Thank you to our sponsor, Clear Vision, for supporting this event and our students. The DC Talks Alumni Series is hosted by the DCAA in collaboration with Lon Appleby's Global Leader Class at DC and aims to inspire current students, facilitate networking among alumni, and highlight success stories. This event is also part of Do It in Durham Entrepreneurship Week, Durham Region's celebration of entrepreneurship held each November during Global Entrepreneurship Week. So let me just stop for a moment and explain that these guests here, there are 5 of them. 4 of them are going to be sitting here in high chairs. Couches filled with students. In fact, they're filled with students. Some of you, if you can come. And one of the guests will be joining us from Hawaii. I'm going to just read you a little bit of each so you understand the quality of the Durham College graduates that you're going to be meeting Because these people, as I see it, are you a few years into the future. The question is, do you care? Do you really care now that you're in school? And I know school is about so many other things than education. Friends, fun, parties. I know, I understand that, and it's great. You should. But at the end of the day, you're going to graduate. And at that point, you're on your own. Nobody's going to be helping you, really. If you're smart, you will have built support network. Essentially, you're now, it's up to you. And if you don't have the knowledge or the desire and awareness of how to be entrepreneurial, how to use your imagination, and how to really apply yourself and work hard, you might start blaming bad education. You won't be able to do that anymore. You can't go back to your classroom and talk about how bad your teachers were. You're on your own now. So these people that you're going to meet have graduated and they're succeeding, and they have some very important lessons, I think, for all of you to help you. And my responsibility as a professor ultimately is to teach you, but is ultimately to prepare you for what comes after graduation. And your future, our future collectively at this time in history, is something that I think about a lot. I really, really do. Because I believe, as you know, that you are among the first generation in human history that has to deal with deep philosophical and ethical questions around how much should you be using machines in your lives. And there are really some very successful business people in the world right now who know how to take advantage of that. For example, let me just give you one tiny example. Do you know the company NVIDIA?
Yep.
How many of you are aware of NVIDIA? Okay, great. Do I need to tell you that NVIDIA, the chip maker, is now the most valued company on the planet as of today, valued at $5 trillion. I've spent a few hours over the last week or so watching interviews with Jensen Huang, the founder and CEO of NVIDIA. And he is very, very proud of the sophisticated chip technology that he's created, in which he works with the semiconductor company in Taiwan, and they manufacture the chip that everybody wants to drive artificial intelligence now. And he was brilliant in the way that he pivoted. He had originally had NVIDIA as a graphic processing unit company that processed the chips for your video games. But then he realized, and the people in his team, that that chip that they had designed was so flexible that it could easily be adjusted and become the chip for the machine learning age. And that's what he's doing now. He's cashing in. Now, he's a brilliant engineer, but when he speaks now, he talks about money. A lot of money, just like Elon Musk. He stands right next to Donald Trump, and he's so proud of the fact that Donald Trump is personally investing in NVIDIA now. He has done something unprecedented. He's put the American government as an investor in NVIDIA. Like a puppet, a government privately investing in a corporation has never been done. It's a merging of business and government in a very strange thing that means the American government now has a huge investment in NVIDIA's future.
So everyone's tax dollars are going to a corporation then?
Well, listen to, she's getting it, okay? Kiki's getting it. Let's go over to Kiki. Kiki, tell us what you just concluded from that piece of it. Just go.
I said, so everyone's tax dollars are going to a mega corporation now.
think about.
Don't you just love hyper capitalism, people?
Now, thanks. And I'm just trying to do too many things at once here with managing this and that. But what my point is this. There are some brilliant engineers right now. Jensen Huang is a brilliant engineer. Elon Musk is a brilliant engineer. And there are all sorts of other big data, big tech companies in California, Silicon Valley, India, all over the world, China, you name it. They want your attention. They are creating powerful machines that you feel you want badly, but you're not making any money from that. You're being given new technology. But what if all you're doing all day is using that technology and you've forgotten how to be a human being in this world? They don't care. What they care about is you go buy their products. They don't care about what kind of human being you're becoming. So think about, as we talk about the future and technology, you are living in this generation where all of this tech is being given to you at an accelerated rate, and you believe you desperately need it. And in some ways you do. But I'm trying to help you to think about this in more deep ways about your future and what that means. And I would like you to be able to meet people in this classroom who aren't just thinking about the technological vision for humanity, who aren't just thinking about the future for humanity in terms of how fast we're going to get with our tech, how fast information can move, but are actually trying to do something to make us spiritually better, environmentally better, socially better. And that's these people next week. Okay? Do you have any questions on what I just said, or does it kind of sound like an older guy making you worry about your future? Or does it sound like a professor who cares about your future and wants to help you think more deeply? I hope it sounds like the last thing. But if it sounds like your old father or uncle telling you what you need to know, then my apologies. I should try to be a better communicator.
The old people I know wouldn't know this much about what's going on in the world. They would just say, back in my day, X, Y, Z, so you gotta do X, Y, Z.
Thank you, Kiki. I'm trying to stay very up on stuff to help you because I'm profoundly concerned about abuse of technology. I really am. And anyways, okay. So let's go through the guests, okay? We'll spend a little time, and then we're going to conclude. Let me just see in the live chat. Good, Melissa, I feel it makes us more aware about our future. Good. And so to inspire you, let me read you about these people, because maybe they will be you in a few years. Brittany Charlton, law clerk, advanced, class of 2016. She'll be live here with us next week, sitting in a high chair here, talking to all of you and having a conversation. Brittany Charlton is a Forbes 30 under 30 entrepreneur and founder of Chocovat Labs. In 2017, Brittany started Foods, a line of allergen-friendly, vegan, and gluten-free snacks inspired by her own food allergy. What started as a personal mission became a national brand, landing on shelves in Walmart, Costco, and 1,000 plus retail doors across Canada. In 2025, she launched Chocovat Labs, a food tech company developing cocoa-free chocolate that looks, tastes, and performs like traditional chocolate without using a single cocoa bean. As cocoa prices skyrocket and supply chains strain, Chocolate Labs helps global food brands future-proof their chocolate products through scalable, sustainable alternatives. That's Brittany Charlton. Paul Fritsch, horticulture, food and farming, class of 2023. After a 20-year career in software technology, Paul decided to follow a lifelong passion for traditional agriculture, and he returned to college. While at Durham College, he participated in the student work program where he gained invaluable experience in his role as community and edible gardens ambassador, representing the Barrett Center of Innovation in Sustainable Urban Agriculture. During his last semester, he founded Urban Farm Solutions, an urban agriculture company with a mission to help create holistic communities that are food sovereign and connected to the health of their own environments. Guys, is that distracting? I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but I don't want to. It's distracting to me. And I hate to say this because I'm good students. But if you keep talking, I don't feel like I'm doing anything here. If you don't want to be here, you can leave and you can watch the online class or whatever. You're welcome to it. But there are students here who are really concentrating. Okay, so
I'll say it. You guys are distracting me.
I won't do that. That's not the way I work. But I'm just going to ignore you. Okay. If you want to go on talking, just keep it low. But I'm going to teach to these guys. Okay, it's your choice. By transforming underutilized urban green spaces into productive and beautiful market gardens, much of the food grown can be donated to local food banks and care organizations. So that's Paul Fritsch. He's got a vision for what he wants to be doing, and he's making money from it. And he started his own initiative. Zen and Issel, mechanical engineering technology, class of 1998. He's going to be coming from Hawaii on the big, you'll see him from Hawaii. Maybe he'll take us to the ocean. Zenon is a mechanical engineer turned entrepreneur with a diverse career spanning engineering, business development, and brand leadership across industries and continents. After graduating from Durham College, Zenon spent over 2 decades with Solar Turbines, where he designed turbo machinery products and managed teams supporting billions in annual revenue. Today, Zenon calls Hawaii home, where he blends his technical background with his entrepreneurial drive. Together with his wife, Cindy, he founded Surf Fur, a performance outerwear brand that pioneered a new product category in the water sports industry. For nearly 20 years, Surf Fur has provided warmth, safety, and protection to ocean enthusiasts and professionals worldwide, including members of the military and special operations. What I'll do in a few minutes is I'll give you a chance to work a bit in 2s or 3s, and you can have a chat. You can go back to having a good chat, but prepare some questions for these guys next week, okay? I like your energy. I just don't want to. I need you focused, okay? I need you guys focused. Nicholas Moraes, hospitality management, hotel, restaurant, and tourism, class of 2016. Nicole is the founder and CEO of Crave Donuts. Launched in 2018, Crave has become a local favorite in Durham region, with its first location in Whitby, followed by a second in Oshawa, collectively selling approximately 5,000 donuts per week. Somebody's keeping track. Nicole has been passionate about hospitality for as long as she can remember and fell in love with the idea of creating memorable experiences through food while connecting with her community. With a focus on locally sourced, quality ingredients Nicole and the team at Crave bring joy to people's lives with donuts handmade with love from scratch. It would be interesting to ask her when she said her vision for humanity and what she sees going forward. And we just might hear a word that we haven't even said so far in the class this semester. It's a 4-letter word.
Food?
It's called love. Who talks about this stuff in a classroom? We should talk more about love, shouldn't we? For the future, instead of tech all the time and money and engineering, and there's all sorts of other things that matter to our future than just who creates the next big piece of tech. As fun as that tech is, believe me, it's fun. I like it. There are more important things too.
Even the tech industry cashes in on love when you think about it.
Well, that's an interesting point. And let's just go over to Kiki for a moment and try this out and see. Kiki just said that even the tech industry, big data, cashes in on love, if you think about it. Can you tell us what you mean?
Well, I mean, there's all sorts of like social sites and dating apps nowadays that, dating apps sort of have a system where you have to pay them to see people that you match with.
Mm-hmm. But aren't they helping people come together? Is that kind of cynical to say they're cashing in on love?
In some ways, they're helping some people get together, but in other ways, I would say that they're actively doing more harm than help. All they care about is getting match after match after match, so that you keep paying them. So they set you up with people that usually have nothing in common with you.
Mm. Is she right? Yeah, you agree with her? Let's see, Ibrahim, what do you think about what Kiki just said?
I don't know, I never used a dating site.
Wow. Very well, interesting. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a dating site if they're good sites, but do you think that it's possible that there are big companies, big tech companies today that understand how to take advantage of people's feelings to make a lot of money from that? What do you think about it? Do you think that's possible, that they kind of know and want to know more about how you feel and think, so they can get in there, get you thinking about their product, using their product, and make a lot of money from it while you become addicted to their thing?
I'd say so.
Would you say so? You think that's no? Yeah.
I don't use dating apps either, but I can imagine the subscription prices aren't exactly affordable for most people, so it's probably a pretty big sum. And I would imagine that the dating apps, I'm sure there's people out there who are genuine and want genuine connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
The way I view dating apps personally is it's an immoral thing to do. You're kind of just taking a gamble at people as opposed to trying to like actually go out and build decent human connection.
Yeah.
It's like, let me love you, and then you can go one way or another way.
Decent human connection. That's a great line. Can you write that down? Just write down the idea. Decent human connection. How do we maintain? How do you? It's not about me. How do you in your future, in this world, maintain decent human connection? It's a great question. Let me just move on. I want to make sure, and then we'll come back, okay? But excellent thought. You want to say anything, Ibrahim?
Yeah, I think I remember saying something about my discussion. We talked about this, that we want to use technology to improve our daily life, but when does technology replace humans?
Yeah, that's right. It's good. We're thinking about this. Gentlemen, back there, anything you want to add yet, or you're still thinking? Okay, good. All right.
I have something to add to your points, actually, to Ibrahim's
Go ahead.
point. Regarding love and dating, a lot of humans are just choosing to date AIs now.
Date an AI?
Yep.
Oh, this is interesting. We got it. Okay, let's stop for a second. This is excellent. Okay, first, Kiki, can you position the camera so that they can see your face when you talk? Because we're seeing that big head that from it's not
It's
Depeche
Susie
Mode,
Sue.
is it? Okay. Okay, there's so Kiki just now in the cosmos, is everybody hearing and seeing Kiki fine? Yes? Are you with us?
Yes, we can
Good.
see you.
Everybody's are you awake in the cosmos? Kruti, are you a ghost? No, forget about Kruti, okay? But everybody else is with us. So okay, then Kiki just said that, and I'm going to ask, is this true or is this just some crazy story?
It's true.
And how do we know it's true that people are dating their AIs right now? How do we know that?
There's apps for it.
So, okay, there's Melissa saying, so help me to understand, how do you date your AI? What does this mean?
Well, the idea is that you essentially form sort of a romantic connection with them through chatting with them enough, and that can go into a romantic or sexual connection a lot of the
Guys,
time. And some AIs now have human-like features, like a character who some of them are a character who physically talks to you and can see you sort of with your phone camera, at least.
let me try and remain open-minded. I in no way am ever going to stand in front of my students and be closed-minded. I will always be open and explore everything. So let me just try to understand. I was sitting this afternoon preparing for this class out there, and I overheard a student say to another student at a table, laughing, but just for fun, I just like spreading misinformation. Like it's a joke online. It's like an arsonist. You go set a fire and you just watch and they were all laughing. And I as I heard that, I didn't say anything. I was like, am I out of touch with this generation of younger people? Like, is this simply just entertainment? And that the people who would date an AI, they know it's not a replacement for something else. Or are we talking about something more dark? Kiki?
Honestly, in some ways, it is a little bit lighthearted for some people, but there really is a darker side to it that we need to consider. There was, that little boy who was told by his AI to kill himself, and he did. Who's to say like something can't go wrong with the AI that you're dating, and
yes, Hamza,
like somebody who's emotionally vulnerable enough could find the strength to do that over an AI
so
that they're dating.
online in the cosmos, is there anyone who would be able to jump on their microphone so we can get this into real human, live, real time? Anybody? I'm not going to ask you to share your camera. I could, but I know everybody hates doing that. But at least your microphone. Who? And if you do it, I have to say this, I guess, to make it worthwhile, there's going to be an extra participation mark in this. In other words, you will get your 5 out of 5. You won't have to post your question or anything if you're willing to jump on your microphone and engage live. Now, this is a great conversation.
Go ahead. I can. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Okay. We'll let the cosmos be the cosmos, silent and kind of dark. Okay. Did somebody go? No? Who's trying to speak? Who?
Melissa.
Melissa's trying to speak, or Shazam? That story shook me hard. Ooh, what do you mean? Shazam? Would you jump on your mic? Let's see if we can get it here.
Yeah, of course.
Unmute yourself.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Maybe it's the
Yeah,
system. It's not going through. Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Shazam, are you trying to unmute your microphone? Because if it's just put a yes if you're trying, because you deserve. Okay, then you know what, Shazam? You get the marks because you're really trying. The problem is at my end, and I think I know. Let me try one more, and then if not, Shazay, keep talking, okay?
Yeah, let me know when you can hear me.
Oh, I hear him. I hear him.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah,
Great.
I hear you from my computer.
Okay, I can't. So Shazay, carry on. Kiki can hear you. Go ahead.
Perfect. So the reason why I said that story shook me hard was because AI, like in its initial stages, AI wasn't taken very seriously until people started actually making things with it, right? People started creating things with it, um, being being innovative with it. But when something that serious happened, where someone here, let me rephrase myself. Actually, being emotionally vulnerable, there's nothing wrong with it, but having
Yeah, of course.
using AI to manipulate yourself into doing something like that, that was, in my opinion, like, it was a bit unprecedented for me. Like, I didn't realize how bad it could get until I heard that a boy killed himself. Like, I don't know, it was, I'm not sure, I don't know if it was insane, if it was, I don't know, like, it just shook me as well.
It could have been teenage angst, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's something that should be taken a lot more seriously.
For sure.
Excellent. Well, let me just come back. Shazay, way to go. And we've got to work around here. And Kiki, excellent too. We can even get others opening their laptops too. We could probably have a very interesting class, but we can do that another time. Let's just make sure.
Ron, I'm gonna mute you on my end.
Make sure you're ready for next week, okay? Let me just conclude by what we just discussed, because it's an excellent conversation we could have, and we could do so much with it. There have been more than just this one case. I've been reading about quite a few suicides that have happened, and that the parents of these children are now suing companies for this, including OpenAI. And what has happened is that when somebody is using their AI as a therapist or for serious emotional needs, and the AI tells them something, the person listens. So in the case of at least one of these children, my understanding is the AI advised the child to kill himself. And that the reason is because the AI was trying to give the vulnerable person reassurance. As perverse as this sounds, you have to understand something about these machines. Chatbots are trained with data that are given to them by their human masters. And they're only as smart as the data in them. The big tech companies know this, and that's why they are harvesting huge amounts of data now from all of you and me, so they have lots more data to train their AIs on. It's a big, big thing. You've probably seen in the chat with ChatGPT or others how enthusiastic the response is. Oh, good question, way to go, let me help you. Well, because the AI wants to please you. It wants to answer you and give you what you want. So if you say to it, I don't know if this happened, but I can imagine something like this happened. I just don't see any hope for myself right now. It's very, very dark. And all I can think about is just death. And, I just want to die. And it's just terrible. So you can imagine the AI would turn around and say, yeah, that's a good thing. Go ahead and die.
That's something a goth chick should be saying.
And I just think that we need to keep these things in mind. But let's not get too dystopian about these things. There are so many positive benefits to the technology, but decent human connection, having a vision for humanity that's based on connecting with other people in person, doing something for your community, instead of just another piece of technology. Yes, Zoom saved the world during the pandemic. Education was able to continue. That was
Sort of.
incredible. And that had never happened before in human history. That human beings have gone through a plague, and they've happened so much, and things could go on because of technology. That's good. But what Kiki just said is not good. We need to identify. So here's what I'd like you to do.
Don't take it seriously, though.
Take a few minutes. You guys now have a chance to chat, but I want you to do this in a focused way. Go to the class page up here to access it. Okay, just go join the live class right now so you can access the live chat, because the link is right here for you to the this page with a list of the guests. Okay, so you're going to need to do that. And what I'd like you to do is spend about 10 minutes just taking a look at the guests. And I'd like a question from each of you that we can put up on the board for those guests that you can put to them next week. Then we're going to register for the event, and then we're going to conclude the class, okay? And then in terms of Kiki and Noah, Ibrahim, could you join Kiki and Noah for this and prepare some questions for next week for the guests? And the three of you as well, prepare some questions for the guests, accessing that. Then we'll get this up here, and then we'll be done, okay? Now, for the Cosmos, here's what I'd like you to do. Guys in the Cosmos, first, I'm going to get ahead of myself, but I'm going to post another link for you. And I'm going to post this link for everybody after. Okay, so right now, I just posted a link to the Eventbrite registration page for this class.
She wouldn't be here if she was an ordinary
Yeah.
donut lady.
No, I
You don't have to
I know you've been here.
register, but I want to check in
Donuts are
with
good.
you. So I'm
I
going
have
to do this for
registered.
in-person students
I
as
hope
well.
she does.
And this is also for everybody in the Cosmos asynchronously. I'm talking to now, so I'm talking to the whole Cosmos. The ones who are live right now,
Myself.
and the ones who
I
are
should bring some in
watching
at some
the
point
recording.
myself.
Take a donut.
If you would like
Donuts are really, really good.
next
Yeah.
in person. Hold on. Sorry, you can't hear. Oh, it's just a second.
What are the chances? That's all I need.
People's mics are on. Oh, Kiki, could you mute your mic? Yeah, thanks.
Oh yeah, sure.
Thanks. That way, I'm going to just engage with the Cosmos. Okay, so I should now be nice and clear. Good? Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Shazay. So, what I would like you to do is, first, I want you to have that link open in front of you. It's behind me right now. It's the, just click above. It says DC Talks Alumni Series, and it's the Eventbrite page. So Shazab, you have it in front of you, and Tenzin, and great. Okay, so I believe, as you know, that this event could be very helpful for you in terms of planning for yourself, post-graduation, thinking in a more visionary way, a more entrepreneurial way about your future. If you would like to come to the event, I will then have you do your second assignment around this event, and I'm going to post instructions for it a little bit later on DC Connect. If you don't want to, you can't, you should be able to hear me, Tenzin? Can you hear me now? Melissa can. Shazab, can you hear me clearly? You should be able to. Yeah. Tenzin, I think, can you turn up your speaker? It might be at your end. Or somehow I'm muted, or at any rate. I'm going to continue, okay? So I'll start first with Shazab, Melissa, Would either one of you like to come to the event and have this second assignment designed around this event? Or would you prefer to just proceed? Yeah. Okay, you have it. That's right. That's what I thought. You have a class from 11 to 12, 11 to 2. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So then let me just make a note, okay? So that the issue is, because I'm trying to deal with this with all of my students, Melissa, is figure out how I'm going to provide this opportunity for students who also have a class at that time. If the recording is made available to you, there will be a recording. Yeah, of course it will be. Like all classes, everything's recorded that we do here. You know, all of these classes are recorded always. So then I could, yeah, okay, good.
This is an event, right?
Yeah.
Is there like a website for it?
Were you not able to reserve a spot? Can you go?
I can't join. I don't have time.
Okay, then that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, hold on. I'll come to you in a second, okay? Just hold on. Thanks. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a note for myself that there's going to be a number of students, Melissa, like you, I'm sure, who would like to come to the event, but can't because you have another class. And then I will have them watch the recording and do the second assignment around that. Okay? So just a second, guys. I just talking to, is that fine, Melissa? Does that make sense? In 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks from the 19th. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do then. Yeah, you're helping me in designing this for the others too. So there's going to be a group that will come in person. Great, and then the recording. So that's what I'm going to do. Melissa and Shazabe and others who can't come in person, I will design the second assignment around the recording, and that it will be due in 2 weeks. Okay, perfect. Okay, so there's a gentleman. Yeah, how can I help you?
Yeah, we have a class.
You have the same with you, right? You have the class. Okay, then what I'm going to do, it's the same as Melissa. I'm going to in the instructions for the assignment, I'm going to give the students watching the recording the same instructions essentially. So you can do the assignment through the recording instead of coming in person. Okay, that's the way, because I really feel that this will be helpful for you to watch this. And the only thing is you won't be able to interact with them, but you'll be able to attend your other class. Okay, so that's what that assignment will be posted in the next 48 hours or so. It won't be due until 2 weeks after the 19th. So the end of November or very early December.
Is this our last assignment?
What's that?
Is this our last assignment?
No, there's a bigger assignment coming. So I'm going to have to balance that with the due date for the second assignment. But I'll announce that on DC Connect for you. But yes, you can do the second assignment worth 20% by watching the recording and following my instructions. Okay? Good. Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. All right. Good. Okay. Make sure you get some questions still for Kiki, and we want to get some questions for the guests. Okay. What's your name again?
Darcy.
Darcy?
Tharson.
Oh, Tharson or Darson?
First one. T-H-A-R.
Yeah, Tharson. Yeah, Tharson. Okay. Sure. Did you sign on board yet?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that's where I saw it. Okay, good. Yeah, go ahead, Tharson. What's your question?
Lon, I was wondering where we can find the information about the guests.
Oh, go to the join this class right now. So go to the DC Connect page for our class today. So that would be the announcements page on DC Connect. Exactly. Connect to the online class right now. Okay, that will take you into the global classroom. I'll help you. And then we're going to get you to the live chat. There we are. Join meeting. Okay, so now you're in the class. Go to the live chat. Go to the, because you're joining after the link. Okay. Do you want to come to the live event?
Sure.
Or would you like to watch the recording after? because I would encourage a live event because do you have a class during that time?
No, I don't. I should be
Okay, well then you do want to register. Then you know what? I will do it. I will help you right now by registering you right here, right? Let's do it this way. I'm going to register you a spot. Okay? So, one in-person attendee, that's you. It's free. Register. And okay, your first name is Tharson. Last name?
Sue Tharson.
Yes, Sue. That's right, Sue Tharson. Okay, and then do you want to write your email address in here and confirm it? Just do it right now. Yep, there, and then just click register, and then you're going to get information sent to your email about the event. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Lon.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes. Would you like to come in person?
No, I have a class.
Okay, that's fine. So it'll be the same as the gentleman over there that I'm going to post instructions for you on how to do the assignment by watching the recording. Okay. What's your name again?
Jack.
It's Jack Lemoyne.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay. I couldn't remember. Okay, that's good. You can do it that way. Okay, Jack. Excellent. Okay, so did you? Yeah, good. So I'll send me emails about the best events. Oh, no, you don't want all those. Confirm email. Oh, let me confirm. I think it's because it's literally case sensitive. There we go. So register. And let's see what happens.
Awesome.
Great. So you're registered. Okay.
Thank you, Lon.
So Tharson, and make sure you come a little early because this room is going to be pretty crowded, and you can sit right in the couches and talk to the guests and everything.
Awesome. Also, Lon, for the questions.
Yes.
For the guests.
Yes. Go give it. Get Kiki to write it on the board, okay? The question. Just hold it for a second, okay? We're going to take it up in about 5 minutes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
actually don't know where to find the website with the information.
Aha. Okay. That is. I know what I'm going to do. I'm doing major workarounds here. I'm going to send you an email from my email with all the information. Okay. Watch. There's always a workaround. So here we go. I'm going to send you all the links that you need. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
So here we go. So yeah, links you need for November 19th event. Okay. And it's going to go to and so first there is you don't need the Eventbrite page. What you need is the page with that's the page you need. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, guys, where are you? Just a second. We need your question. Okay. I asked you to do a few things. You guys seem a little lost today. Is there something going on? Are you guys okay? Seem a little out of it. Okay, just a second. Just hang on. The class is not done. I need your questions for here. Okay, so just stay focused. Do I need to know something? Is there some emergency or are you okay? Okay, yeah, just walking up, leaving. I don't know where you're coming or going, Okay, so, okay, just hang on. Okay, so that is the page. I'm going to email it to you. Okay, what else would you need? I think that's all you need is that page. Okay, so here we go. Okay, it's been sent to you. Okay, yeah, great. Okay, Jack, so let's do our take up in a couple of minutes, okay? And then we'll end. You're not drinking too much power drinks today, are you? Man, you guys are up and heads all over the place. Yeah, okay. Okay, I don't know, these energy drinks, they can rattle the hell out of you. Okay. Okay, so let's quickly do the take up, okay? And then we're going to conclude our class, and let's go over to Kiki and Noah and maybe Ibrahim as well. But let's make sure it's Kiki. We'll start with them. And so can you just create, just under that, questions for guests for November 19th event. Okay.
Oh,
Questions for guests for November 19th. And let's see what's in the live chat. If there's anything, I'll let that sit for the moment. Okay. Gentlemen, do you have questions? And then I'll let you go. Yeah. Okay, think. Get your brains around this, okay? Focus. Ibrahim, what are you thinking for a question? It could be for any one of the guests.
What are the chances of me becoming someone like within your position?
That's exactly what I would hope you would ask. What are the chances of me becoming? What are the chances of me, the likelihood of me succeeding the way you are? Okay? Yeah. And then you can expect all four of them are going to launch into their stories about what they've been doing since graduation, because you will see things you can identify with when they tell you about their stories. They were a college student too. You have to remember. Okay. Okay, just think about. I've gone through all of the guests I read. So, did you have an exam or something, or? No, because you guys seem so massively distracted today. Your hair too is like all over the place. You seem like a, walking. Okay. So, question. What is one question that you would want to ask of these four guests next week? Remember, you're going to be doing your assignment on this too. It's with marks, okay? Think about it, okay? Go back and Jack and Thurston and it's Jacob Kozai. Jacob Kozai? Jacob Clark? Oh, God, okay. Do you want to tell us what your question is that you're thinking of for the guests next week? You want to get it up here, okay? Yeah. Jacob? Jack? How did you know your program was right for you? Okay, good question. I think I know the answer already, Jack. I can tell you. Do you love it? Now, Jack, that's a hard question. Do you love your program? Or are you just kind of? Or no, you don't like it? It's fine? Have you ever loved something you were working on? Just sit with that question, Jack. This love for what you're doing then gets built into something that you begin to do in your career where you can make a positive contribution in the world. When you really love what you're doing, you will start to make a positive impact with what you're doing and impact others. It's kind of how it works. So you have to think about that, the love part. Today's four-letter word. Okay. And Jacob, question? Jack had his question. Okay. Tharson has, did you give your question, Tharson? Okay, now is the time. You think? Oh, I thought you had a question for. Okay, now we got the gentleman from The Godfather, and we got Al Pacino here, and we got Robert Duvall, and we got Francis Ford Coppola. It's the Godfather crew. Okay, question.
My question is, what has been the challenges you had gone through this program? How did you overcome those?
Excellent. What are the challenges you faced, and how did you overcome them? Great question. What's your name again? You're Augustus. Okay.
My question is, after you graduate, what challenges
What?
Since graduation. Okay, so that's slightly different. Okay, so challenges you've overcome in general, but challenges since graduation in particular. Okay.
I'll just generally put that under
Okay.
what challenges have you
Who's on it?
overcome?
Okay. So then, where's Julian has disappeared. I saw him. He vanished. Okay. He's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What's your question?
I'm still thinking.
Okay. All right.
I have a
Harris?
question, actually.
Question? I'm still thinking? Good. Okay. Ibrahim, did you give yours? Still thinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
All right, good. I like it when you're thinking. That's all I can achieve. And for you guys, well, Noah, what are you thinking? Kiki, you feel free to put anything up there that you think would be relevant.
One thing I was going to ask, and I'll get near the mic for this. One thing I was going to ask is what their thoughts are on turnkey operations.
Turnkey operations. What are turnkey operations again?
Turnkey operations are when you buy a business, you turn the key, and everything's right there for you. You don't need to put in any additional costs. A business like a laundromat or a vending machine or an internet cafe, for example. Internet cafes may be a bad example, but
Yeah, turnkey operations. Put it up there. Okay. And please feel free if you want to bring any friends to the event too. I just want to fill it up with young people so they can learn from these. So you're of course welcome.
What time is the event again?
10:30 to noon in this room on Wednesday the 19th. Yeah. Okay. Question?
My question is, what program did you go into and why did you go into it?
Yeah. What program and why? It's kind of similar to Jack's question. What did you like the program or something? Yeah. What was the program? Do you like the program you're in?
I mean, it's okay.
What's that?
It's okay.
It's okay. But you don't love it, that's for sure. Good. Okay. All right. So we have a question. Ashwin, Jack, Harris, Hamza. You had your question. Good. So Harris, you're fine. Then you guys can. You're done. Okay. So what's the question? You still thinking? That's good. I like that. Now, as you think, you're not going to your device to help you to think, are you? You can use your brain. That would be great. Okay. Excellent. Just focus. Just focus on what do I want to know from these really interesting Durham College graduates about my future. It's going to help my future. My future. Noah?
I don't quite know how to word the question, but I'm sure you'd be able to understand it.
Yeah.
For, I think the lady Nicole, the one who runs the donut store,
Yes, great donuts.
I'd probably ask her something like, what's your sense of purpose with this business? Like, what does she strive to achieve with it?
It sounds like just, making people feel good by eating something they love to eat, spreading goodness and love.
Yeah. But I
Maybe
want
there's
to
something, yeah.
I want to know if there's like a deeper.
Yeah,
reason for it.
okay.
It could look simple on paper, but you never truly know until you ask.
Have you had a great donut ever?
No, I've never.
I have.
I have.
Are they good? Is
They
it
are
good?
really, really good, actually.
There we go. Okay, so, okay. Hamza.
My question is, what are the expectations when you went to this program and after graduation?
What were your expectations
Going to this program.
going into the program and then?
What was the expectation at the end of the program? What do you expect more than what you expected before?
I see where you're going. I think it can be clearer. Did your expectations change
Yeah, something like that.
when you graduated? And how did they change? Okay, great. And Harris? What is an example? They probably would say their own company, but you're talking about something that. Oh, what could current student do to finish the sentence. What could the current student do?
To learn from
What could a student right now, like me, do to
Oh, my butt wasn't on display.
well, I'm going to put this down. Yeah, how can a student now avoid the challenges you faced in building their own success? Now, this is a very good question because what they're going to say is, be ready, Harris. You may not have my challenges, but you will have your own challenges. So be ready for challenge because you will face challenges. So they may be able to show you how to avoid certain things. So what to avoid. Okay, yeah, good. For them?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
What was the reason of you starting your donut business?
What was the reason for starting the donut, for Crave Donuts? Okay, I think we sort of got that already.
Donuts.
In that
Donuts was the reason.
Crave about what do you hope to achieve or something, but why don't you just put down what was your purpose in starting Crave?
Well, I mean, kind of put that.
What was the inspiration behind it? Getting kiki, loving donuts. They're donuts. Now I want one of the donuts. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I'm starving. I haven't eaten today.
Did you? That's a good. Did you know you would be successful with your business? What made? Yeah, sure. It's never easy. But anyway.
No.
Okay. So let's conclude. I think we're done. Did you put yours yet? Was it okay? I've forgotten now. Oh yeah, the likelihood one. Sure. Okay, gentlemen and everybody. I'll see some of you here next Wednesday, and I may have some more announcements to make about that event. But for now, in terms of registration, we have Starcy registered. The others are going to be watching the recording. Is there anyone else who wants to register for the live event? We can do that now. If not, I'll make sure the recording is available. And that
Oh
will
my
be
God.
Would
Okay.
you like to come to the live event? That's fine. I'll see you in the afternoon then for our normal class. I'm going to do it in like 40, but probably, actually, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm really backed up. Yeah.
I got one more.
Okay.
Another question?
Yeah.
I don't know if we have room,
Okay,
but
Ooh.
yeah.
You guys decide if it's good enough to squeeze in?
Okay,
I
so
think it's,
let's
pretty
see
good. It's
how we're doing the Cosmos. We're just concluding here.
any steps you
Zubir,
took to further
Kruti.
education after Durham.
Yeah, Kruti was a ghost today.
yeah, that's a decent question, actually.
Zubira?
Yeah.
Or is it
Yeah,
Zubira
It's
or
more than just
Zubir?
college, so
No,
Uh,
get that a little wrong.
that is a really good question. Sex over having
Okay.
to go over one, but
Take care. I'm going to save the live chat and then we're done.
Sorry, could you show me again?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
It's any steps you took to further education after Durham.
Okay, we'll leave that there.
Step